The mid-end credits scene in Shazam pays off an Easter egg planted earlier in the film by introducing viewers to Mr. Mind, who is truly one of the strangest and silliest DC Comics supervillains ever. A talking evil alien worm with a genius-level intellect and hypnotic powers, Mr. Mind is one of Shazam's oldest adversaries, and a truly deep cut of a DC Comics reference. Briefly glimpsed earlier inside a glass case within the Rock of Eternity, that same case is later seen empty. These moments pay off in the mid-credits scene. As he furiously writes hieroglyphs in the walls of his cell, desperately trying to recalculate how to regain access to the magical powers he's lost, Dr. Sivana is visited by none other than Mr. Mind, who appears in the cell's window ledge. The brief scene suggests a partnership of some kind, with Mr. Mind making a reference to the Seven Realms. Now, quick fun fact, Shazam director David F. Sandberg confirmed to IGN that he voices the character of Mr. Mind. So who is Mr. Mind anyway? Well, he first appeared way back in 1943 within the pages of Captain Marvel Adventures. In the original Fawcett comics and later DC, Mr. Mind is a 2-inch worm from the planet Venus who has designs on conquering Earth. Mr. Mind relies on his organization, the Monster Society of Evil, to execute his dastardly plans. Mr. Mind has telepathic powers that give him the ability to hypnotize and control minds, and he can also spin super strong silk at super speed. His look gradually evolved from silly, a worm who wears glasses, to sinister in the wake of DC Comics' Infinite Crisis. Over the years, the ranks of Mr. Mind's Monster Society of Evil have included the likes of Dr. Sivana, Mr. Banjo, and Captain Nazi. Given Sivana's ties to the Monster Society, is Shazam's mid-credits scene really setting up a sequel? When we recently spoke on the phone to Shazam producer Peter Safran, he was reluctant to commit any potential sequel to necessarily paying off this mid-credits scene, telling us, "We have not figured out at all what we are going to do next. We were just focused on making a great standalone movie." Safran emphasized that no sequel plans will be set until after the first film's release. So why even put Mr. Mind in there then? Well, Safran told us, "We just love the idea. We love this character. The idea that he's this criminal mastermind, but in the body of a space worm is just hilarious to us." And he added, "For audiences that are really engaged in the film, I wouldn't be surprised if the movie ends and they rush back to their computers and try and figure out a little more about this character." Yeah, hopefully by watching this video. Safran wouldn't entirely close the door on Mr. Mind returning for a sequel, however, saying it's certainly a path. If Sivana and Mr. Mind were to team up in a Shazam 2, then perhaps the movie will draw inspiration from the current Shazam comics written by Jeff Johns. This currently ongoing storyline, called Shazam and the Seven Magic Lands, sees Sivana and Mr. Mind join forces, while Billy Batson and his foster siblings explore various fantastical realms. Mr. Mind did name-check the Seven Realms in the mid-credits scene, after all. But Mr. Mind and Dr. Sivana are not the only allusions to the Monster Society of Evil in the film. During the interdimensional door sequence, one door opens to reveal some reptilian aliens playing cards. Director David F. Sandberg confirmed to IGN that these are the Crocodile Men from the planet Punkus, several of whom played a role in the Monster Society back during the golden age of comics. But the Mr. Mind scene is not the only end credit scene in Shazam. The film's post-credits scene sees Shazam and Freddy poking fun at Aquaman's ability to talk to fish. That Freddy is decked out in Aquaman merch is in line with the film's earlier Toy Store scene, where the heroes of the DCEU even have toys and merchandising made of them in that reality. That Toy Store scene also includes an homage to the 1988 movie Big, when Shazam steps on a floor piano, a clear wink at the iconic dance scene from that Tom Hanks classic. Big has long been cited as a model for the Shazam movie, with its whimsical story of a boy who becomes magically trapped in an adult's body. So what did you think of Shazam's end credits scenes? Tell us in the comments section. And for more on Shazam, check out our review and our breakdown of that Superman cameo. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.
Good news, everyone!
The new Avengers Endgame poster and trailer have dropped.
A surprise new Zelda game.
Holy sh**. James Gunn is coming back.
Who the heck would want to play PS4 games on their phone?
IGN Now. New news that's new to you.